Hi everyone. I just like to talk about for one of important thing. Well, in this case, one of the most effective tips I've ever received was never sacrifice sleep to get more done. Rest must be prioritized to function at your best. Well, this advice was given to me by a really important teacher during a particularly stressful exam period. And I remember how skeptical I was at first. However, this simple recommendation solved a very common problem: burnout. Before following this tip that my teacher told me, I used to stay up late to study, believing that more hours spent with my books or maybe iPads or laptops could result in better grades. What I didn't realize was that this approach was doing more harm than good. I was constantly tired. My focus was poor and I could hardly retain what I was trying to learn. The tip itself is easy to apply. Instead of extending study hours late into the night, sleep must be protected as a non negotiable part of the schedule. In fact, it should be treated as an essential part of the learning process. Like assignments can be planned earlier than difficult tasks are better taken after a full night sleep. By getting 7 to 8 hours of rest, I found that it was more alert, made fewer mistakes, and maybe in my case, I studied more effectively in less time. Well, the results were undeniable. My memory improved. I could concentrate better in class. My overall mood was more positive, and I had good results. Sleep wasn't just helpful; it turned out to be a tool that improved every part of my performance. This tip works so well in my case because it focused not on doing more, but on doing things better. It's a reminder that in order for tasks to be done efficiently, our well being must be maintained. Task must not be rushed when the mind is exhausted, and success is more likely to be achieved when health is priorities. Well, finally, in conclusion, to be well rested is to be productive. This tip changed the way I manage my time, my studies, and try to find a very good way to study, and obviously my energy. In my opinion, it is one of the most valuable pieces of advice that could ever be given to students or to anyone trying to perform at their best.